Hey, you guys closed? Okay. Uh, okay.
Can I help you?
Hi. Yes. Do you guys have complaint forms in the lobby area, or where can I find those?
Is it a complaint on an officer?
Yes.
Um, Give me 1 second. Go ahead and have a seat, okay?
All right.
The kids are interacting with the teachers throughout the day. The teachers actually report to our school, so they interact with people hanging out on video conferencing through the iPad technology. And it's also done really well.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Sorry.
What is your name?
My first name is Philip.
Okay, and your last name?
That's all that I want to share at this time.
Okay, do you know which officer it was?
I'm trying to figure out what the process or the steps are to file a complaint.
I can have a sergeant come out and talk to you. They're going to want to pull the information for whatever call or stop or case number that it's going to be in reference to. They'll take the information and do a complaint.
So an officer's gonna come out and explain the process to me?
A sergeant would.
Sergeant?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Philip, can you tell me which officer it involves or where it occurred at?
Again, I'm trying to figure out the procedure or process one would need to do to file a complaint against an officer.
Okay, so I'm explaining what's going to happen is I'm going to put a call in and a sergeant's going to come out and talk to you and they'll take the complaint from you. For me to enter the call, I need to know which officer it was, time frame, the location, or a case.
Okay. Would a person be able to come in and give like a piece of paper with a written statement on it?
I don't know that they do an actual written statement. They're going to come and get the information from you to do the complaint.
Okay.
Are you wanting to write out a statement?
I'm asking it, would that be an acceptable form?
I can find out. Give me just a few minutes. Let me ask, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Philip?
Yes.
All right, I have a sergeant that's going to come out and talk to you and explain what they can and can't do.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, man?
Good.
Come on back. How you doing, man?
Bring him in
Sergeant
back.
Pritchett.
Philip.
Good to
Nice
meet you, Philip.
All right, where we headed?
How can I help you, man?
Good. All right, so I'm just here to figure out what your basic procedure or process is to file a complaint against a police officer.
So basically, if you want to file a formal complaint, there's a statement that you can write out. You basically address whatever the complaint is, and then that gets routed through internal affairs. That's the basic process in a nutshell.
The basic process.
Typically, we'd like to know which officer it is. We usually try to put you in touch with that officer's supervisor as well so they can handle it, because if there's a history of anything going on with that officer, that supervisor should be aware of it and can address it accordingly.
Okay. Now, if a person were to come in and just write the statement out on a piece of paper with their signature on it and turn it in, would that be enough to actually initiate the investigation for the
Sure.
complaint process?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure.
Would it have to be notarized or anything of that nature?
No, we don't have anything that requires it to be notarized. I know some departments do require it to be notarized. At our department, typically a phone call is enough as well. Sometimes they make that happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'll give you just a generic scenario. Let's say something happens you're not happy with. You call me, we talk it out. If you're not satisfied with our conversation or something like that, then you can say, look, I want a formal complaint on this. And in which case, you can come in and do the report, or I can write that report down for you and route that up to Jane as well. And note that, hey, look, this guy talked about it. We talked through it. He's not satisfied with the outcome of this. He wants it to be more than me talking to this guy. He wants it to be a formal complaint, in which case it'd be routed through IA.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And then they could pretty much do that process at any time. Doesn't have to be like, let's say per se that if it happened on a weekend, would they be able to come in on the weekends to do that process?
No, so it can happen anytime. Like so I'm a day shift supervisor right now. To provide some perspective, I've had to take complaints on people from other shifts. So like I said, ideal, perfect world situation will put that person in contact with that person's supervisor. It doesn't happen all the time. That's reality of it. People have different schedules and things like that. So we work outside of that.
Okay. And as far as the process, is there anything that you may feel that may be intimidating for the person that's filing the complaint, or do you feel like the process is typically just fairly easy and not complicated, and let's say they won't feel intimidated to come in to file a complaint?
Personally speaking, I think we try and make it as least intimidating as possible. Try and put as little intimidation as possible in it. I think being available over the phone to make those complaints and things like that is part of that.
Okay.
And of course, we want to know if something's going wrong with an officer. If it's a problem we can solve early on, great, because typically those problems go unchecked and people are too intimidated to come and make a complaint about something that needs to be addressed. It can snowball, and before you know it, you have a situation that's terrible. Okay. So, no, I'd say we encourage that.
Okay. Well, I think that wraps up all my questions, and I appreciate your time.
Hey, not a problem, Patrick. If you have any questions,
all right.
know where to find us.
Thank you.
Yes,
Take care.
Not a problem.